Mogul Motivation, empowering and inspiring entrepreneurs and dream chasers worldwide, 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media, and I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur who's trying to get over that hump and make things happen. This podcast is for anybody with a dream that wants to go forward and accomplish that dream. And this podcast episode is for me more than anybody. I'm talking to myself. I'm preaching to myself. I'm trying to uplift myself. I had a very rough day on Monday. More skeletons were revealed out my closet that really, proved to me why I haven't got to the level that I know I can get to. And, it was a rough day. Had to do a lot of introspection, had to admit even more things that I've already admitted. And the reality is, I got to change. And, if I want 2024 to be a better year for me, if I want to live the life that I know I can live, if I want to make the money I know I can make, I got to change. And it starts with the little things. And because of that, yesterday, so I'm talking about Monday. Now I'm talking about yesterday. Okay, so yesterday, I declared that to be the first day of my life. That doesn't mean everything before that doesn't count. But what it does mean is I'm not going to allow that to drag me down any further than what I have. And yesterday, I was very intentional that no matter what happens on this day, it's going to be a great day, right? I'm going to have a great day. Things are going to work out in my favor regardless of what happens. So not even consciously, but subconsciously, I began keeping track of all the blessings that God bestowed upon me. A few of them, I'll just give you a few of them. One of them was, going to the gym. Nicole was with me and we're going into the parking garage. And as a car was coming out, the woman in the car, she literally was screaming at everybody that was going in, saying, "There's nowhere to park. There's nowhere to park. All the parking spots are filled." But at this point, it's nothing we could do because we're already on the ramp going up. We get in the parking lot, the parking garage, and lo and behold, there was one parking spot open that somehow everybody else missed that was literally right by the door. Literally right by the door. All I had to do was just park there, go into the door, go up to the gym. But this woman said it wasn't no parking spots. But God said it was a parking spot. I have a parking spot for you right here by the door. Front door service. So that's a small blessing. Second small blessing came almost immediately after that, because as we were going up into the gym, the parking garage ticket that you need to scan in order to get out. And if you lose this ticket, it's like a $50 fine. It's insane. We've seen it happen to some people before. We dropped it and a lady behind us said, "Hey, you dropped your ticket." And that was a huge blessing, because had we not known that, would have had to pay $50 just to get out of this parking garage that this other lady said there wasn't no parking spots in it in the first place. That's two blessings. The third blessing, ran into a friend at the gym, a fraternity member. I always run into this fraternity member. Shout out to Fresh, my dog. I don't mind name dropping him. And we just had a brief exchange. He was leaving, I was coming in. And he said, "Have a good day, dog." And something about that just resonated in my spirit. And it motivated me and inspired me to have a good day. An even better day than I was already focused on. Went about my business. Later on, get downtown, handling some business. Run into another friend, another fraternity brother who's working security at one of the stores that I walked into. I'm not going to name drop him for the sake of his job. And, it was good to see him. I haven't seen him since the summer. So that lets me know no matter where I go, I'm surrounded by friends and I'm protected. I woke up yesterday morning, I was craving hot dogs, Chicago style hot dogs. Went to a spot up north. I got my Chicago style hot dogs. I actually never been to this spot and they were pretty good. What does this have to do with entrepreneurship, Twiz? What does this have to do with motivation? What does this have to do with inspiration? Well, I'm telling you right now. The smallest things that occur in our lives that we think are irrelevant, that we think don't carry weight, that we think are meaningless, are actually the opposite. I told you on Monday I had a bad day. So therefore, yesterday I was declaring that was going to be the first day of my life and it was going to be a great day. And every day after that is going to be greater and greater. The small things added up. Somebody telling me it ain't no parking spots, but there is a parking spot right by the door. Somebody bringing to my attention that my parking ticket slipped out the pocket when they didn't have to do that. And I thank God that this person was paying attention. Being surrounded by people that you know, people that you are familiar with, people that you know will always have your back. Choosing to do things that feed your soul. When I got home, I finished a book. I used to read fictional books all the time in high school and college, and I got away from it because life started life and after college. And yesterday was my second fictional book that I've read in a matter of months. You have to declare happiness for yourself. But happiness is fleeting, right? But if you declare happiness for yourself, if you declare that this is going to be a good day, if you declare that this is going to be a good moment, a good hour, a good whatever it may be, a good workout, that's going to invigorate something in your spirit. And therefore, that happiness is going to lead to joy. Now, happiness is fleeting. It comes and goes, just like motivation. You could be happy one day, you could be unhappy the next day, but that joy is going to be persistent. Just how discipline is persistent despite motivation coming and going, joy is persistent despite happiness coming and going. Because even though you might not be in the circumstances that you want to be in right now, even though things might not be going the way you want them to go in your personal life, things might not be going the way you want them in your business life, it can all change in a matter of seconds once you choose to have that joy. I actually did an episode about this some months ago titled Choose Joy. So it's really just a full circle moment for me. I know what I got to do. I know what I need to do if I want to really be the man that I want to be in my life. I just have to be consistent with choosing joy. I have to continue to tell myself today is going to be a good day. I have to continue to tell myself that this burden is not going to bring me down. Yes, it's heavy. Yes, it's hard. But at the end of the day, I'm getting stronger in the process. And because I'm getting stronger in the process, I can bless somebody else that's going through something similar, if not worse. Choose joy every single day. Tell yourself it's going to be a great day every single day. Despite the fact somebody is telling you the opposite, despite the fact somebody is telling you the adverse of what you're believing, you have to believe the truth in your soul. Somebody telling you that it ain't gonna work out, somebody telling you that it can't be done, somebody telling you that it's impossible, you have to continue to choose the opposite of that and tell yourself it can be done, it is possible, and it will happen. Today is going to be a good day for me. Today is going to be a good day for you. Continue to tell yourself I love you. Continue to tell yourself you're smart. Continue to tell yourself you're intelligent. Continue to tell yourself you're capable. Continue to tell yourself all the great things that you need to tell yourself that's going to reinvigorate your spirit. Because the enemy is always at work. The enemy has been at work in my life for a long time, for a lot of things that I couldn't control that occurred before I got here, for a lot of decisions that I made in my life. The enemy will use shame. The enemy will use guilt. The enemy will tell you that you are not capable. That's why I love that scripture from Luke 4 verse 13. The enemy will tempt you. And after the enemy tempts you, the enemy is going to retreat for a season and come back at another opportune time. So even though I'm choosing to have a good day today, even though I'm choosing to be happy, which is going to lead to my eternal joy, that doesn't mean that the enemy going to stop, because the enemy know where I'm going. The enemy know what I'm capable of. The enemy know what you're capable of. The enemy know what you can do. The enemy is going to continue to come back time and time again in different ways, and we always have to be ready. But in order to stay ready, we have to put on the full armor of God. We have to understand God's principles. We have to immerse ourselves in God's word. We have to surround ourselves with people that pour into us, people that love us genuinely, unconditionally. And number one, we have to love ourselves genuinely and unconditionally. That's where it all starts. You have to be valuable to yourself. If you don't see yourself as somebody of value, then valuable things that are going to occur in your life will occur to you. It all starts on the inside. Be happy. Tell yourself today is going to be a good day. That's going to build up that persistent joy. Once that persistent joy builds up, then therefore you're going to be fortified and have that armor of God. So when the enemy comes, when the enemy shoots those arrows at you, when the enemy tries to sneak into your mind, it will not work. And you're going to be able to stay focused on your project, on your mission, on what you want to achieve in your personal life, in your love life, in your business life, in your career, in your entrepreneurial life. All those things, you will be able to accomplish that, but you have to shed the enemy. You have to put the enemy back in the enemy's place, and you have to understand that you are a child of God, and you will get done what God told you to get done. 2024 is still going to be the best year of my life. I'm declaring that. It's going to be the best year of my life. It's going to be the most financially successful year of my life. It's going to be the best year of my life from a health standpoint, from a personal standpoint, all of those things, because I'm declaring it. Because I'm telling myself that it's going to be true, because that is the truth. I'm not feeding myself the lies that the enemy fed me and led me to believe from time to time in my life. So this episode is for me. I hope it blesses you. I hope it resonates with you, but it's for me. That burden that I'm carrying, I can alleviate it a little bit if I straighten my back up, if I shift how I carry it. It's not going to wear me down. It's not going to wear you down. We will get to where we want to be. We will be successful, and we will accomplish everything that we want to accomplish. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Choose to have a good day. Choose to be happy over and over. And that's going to build up your internal joy. And once that eternal joy continues to build up, all the quote unquote bad things that occur in your life will not affect you to the degree that they affected you before. And you will not make the same mistakes. You will not falter. You will continue to go forward to the finish line to see what the end will be. If this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, ask for two things as always. Number one, please leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next week.